Okay, we're going to continue with the practice test 15A. Okay, so this is just a practice test, but while we're taking it, we're going to practice circling our answers so that when we take the real test, we won't be confused when we're putting our answers on the Google form. So for this test, you don't have to put your answers on a Google form, but for the real test, you will. So it's a good habit to get into, to circle your answers. Okay, the length of AB is 33 millimeters. Okay, so we're going to mark that right here. A to B is 33 millimeters. Okay, and then it says the length of AC is 71 millimeters. So A to C is this whole line. So this whole line here is 71 millimeters. Okay, the question they want answered is, what is the length of BC? So we need to figure out what is the length of BC. So since we know the whole thing is 71 millimeters, A to C, and from A to B is 33 millimeters, we need to subtract. So we're going to subtract 71 minus 33. Okay, so we need to borrow. So this becomes a 6. This becomes an 11. 11 minus 3 is 8. And 6 minus 3 is 3. So that means that line segment BC equals 38, and we can't forget our units, 38 millimeters. Okay, so that's our answer. BC is 38 millimeters. Okay, number 12, $27 minus, parentheses, $24.17 minus 58 cents. So we know that if we have a parentheses, we have to do that part first. So let's do this part first. We'll do this vertically. $24.17 minus 58 cents. And for 58 cents, we write that 0.58. Okay, we have to line up our decimal points. All right, and then we go ahead and subtract. So we have to borrow here. This becomes a 0. This becomes 17. 17 minus 8 is 9. Okay, borrow again. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 3 minus 0 is 3. And then we bring down the 2. We put in our decimal point and our dollar sign. And our answer to this parentheses part is $23.59. But we're not done yet because we have to subtract this from $27. Okay, so we'll write $27, and we write that with the 2 zeros here, minus $23.59. Okay, then we have to do some borrowing. So this becomes a 6, this becomes a 9, and this becomes a 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 5 is 4. 6 minus 3 is 3. And 2 minus 2 is 0. So we are left with $3.41. So that is our answer, $3.41. All right, 26,491 minus 846. So I'm just going to rewrite that. When you rewrite it, be careful that you copy it correctly and that you have all your places lined up. Okay, so minus 846. Okay, so we're going to have to borrow here. This becomes an 8. This becomes an 11. 11 minus 6 is 5. 8 minus 4 is 4. We have to borrow again. This becomes a 5. This becomes a 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. And then we bring down the 25. Okay, and we put in our comma, and our answer is 25,645. I'm gonna circle that. Okay. In number 14, we have to add up several decimal numbers. So I'm going to move off to the side here so I have enough room. So this is 2.7 plus 3.45 plus 0.18 plus 2.0. Okay, so I'm going to put in some zeros for placeholders. That helps me. I'm going to double check and I make sure that I have written the right answers. Okay, and then I'm going to add them all up. So 5 plus 8 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So we put in our decimal point, and our answer is 8.33, or 8 33 hundredths. Okay, number 15 says $4.91 times 7. So I'm going to rewrite that vertically. $4.91 times 7. All right, 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 9 is 63. Carry the 6. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 6 is 34. Okay, then I put in my decimal point and my dollar sign, and my answer is $34.37. All right, coming back up to number 16. This is a division problem. I'm going to rewrite it so I have a little more room. So we're doing 341 divided by 6. All right, 6 goes into 34. So we have to ask ourselves, 6 times what is close to 34 but not bigger than 34? And that would be 5. So 5 times 6 is 30. Next we subtract. We get 4, and then we have to bring down the 1. And we ask ourselves, 6 times what is close to 41 but not bigger than 41? And that would be 6. So 6 times 6 is 36. We subtract, and we get 5 for our remainder. We put the remainder up here, and our answer is 56 remainder 5. All right, for number 17, 483 divided by 8. So I'm going to rewrite that so I have a little more room here. 483 divided by 8. All right, so I ask myself, okay, 8 times what is 48? That's 6. 6 times 8 is 48. I subtract and I get 0. I bring down the 3. 8 times what is 3? Well, that's nothing, so 0. 0 times 8 is 0. And when I subtract, I get a remainder of 3. So I put the remainder up here. 60 remainder 3 is my answer. Okay, number 18 and 19, it says find each missing number. So we've got 4 times A equals 240. So if we want to find A, we have to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So we're going to do 240 divided by 4. 4 times 6 is 24. We subtract. We get 0, but we still have to bring down this 0. 4 goes into 0 0 times. 0 times 4 is 0. So we have 60 with no remainder. So our answer is 60. So we'll write A equals 60 right here. Okay. Number 19, we have 413 plus 166 plus F, we don't know what F is, equals 890. So first we have to add up 413 plus 166. We'll do that first. 3 plus 6 is 9, 1 plus 6 is 7, 4 plus 1 is 5. So these two numbers together are 579. So in order to find F, we have to subtract. So we're going to do 890 minus 579. We have to borrow, so this becomes an 8. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 8 minus 7 is 1. And 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay, so our answer is 311. So F equals 311. That's our answer. Okay, number 20. We've got 2 times 5 squared. So first we have to figure out what is 5 squared. So 5 squared means 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. So we'll rewrite this as 2 times 25. Okay, and some of you probably already know what 2 times 25 is because 2 quarters would equal 50 cents. But if you're not sure, you can come down here and work out 2 times 25, 25 times 2 vertically. 5 times 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 50. So we know this side of the inequality is 50. Okay, now we have to figure out this side. So this first one says the square root of 81. So that means what number times itself will give you 81? And that is 9. And then we have to figure out the square root of 16, which means what number times itself would give you 16? And that would be 4. Okay, so 9 times 4 is 36. So now we have to compare 50 and 36. So 50 is greater than 36. So our answer is greater than. And that's the end of the practice test.